Hey there everybody, Pop on Top here. Welcome back to some more Fallout 4 mods. In today's mod, we got a new weapon here. This is the Modern Warfare 2 Lachmann Sub and Shroud, so it's kind of technically two guns, but it's the same gun. One's just a burst. We'll go over that a little bit later on in the video. This is the MP5. Call of Duty doesn't like to call guns by their actual name anymore for whatever reason, copyright or whatever the deal may be. It's the MP5. MP5 is obviously the super iconic classic submachine gun. It's like almost the submachine gun people think of when they think of submachine guns. It's got a classic iconic design. Now obviously being from Call of Duty, it has very high quality animation, sounds, all that stuff. First and third person, we'll go over all that too. This is from Modern Warfare 2, the more recent Modern Warfare 2. Came out, what year was that? I don't even know, 2000 something? That's very vague. But, it's a nice looking gun. The texture quality here is good. You can craft these for yourself at the chemistry station, both the Lachmann Sub and the Shroud. The Shroud is a 3-round burst variant. It's got its own section here. It does require gun nut 2 for both of them. And the submachine gun. That's why I can't currently craft them, because I used up all my submachine guns to get them. Some adhesive, aluminum, plastic screws, spring steel. Nothing too complicated on either of these things. They do by default shoot the .38 ammunition. There's a nice little pull-out animation there. We'll put it back away. Some nice noises to that too. Nice firing sound though. Right from the Modern Warfare games, right? Then we got a long reload here. But you can see that looks nice. I think that looks nice. It's just like the one from Call of Duty. Nice looking iron sights. The texture quality in this weapon is really good. So that's the Sub, right? Which is the basic version. And then the Shroud here, same thing. So the Shroud's integrally suppressed, like has an integrally suppressed barrel. So that's a suppressed noise. And it's 3-round burst. And it's a functional 3-round burst, which is nice. That does same reload animation though. Barrel slightly different. Now, obviously, you could just make all of this as an attachment. I'm not really sure the necessity. I mean, that was actually the same thing in Call of Duty, though. To be fair, the Call of Duty made it 2 separate guns. But really, it's just one of them is like an integrally suppressed barrel as an attachment, and then a 3-round burst function. That's an attachment, and then ta-da, you have 2 different guns. Or one gun that does different things. Now, works in third person as well. The 3-round burst was doing weird things, though. That was one shot, see? It's so, if I... Is that just third person? We're gonna test it out now. We're gonna test it out live. That animation looked really good though. So yeah, if I tap the trigger too fast, it starts single shotting. I don't know if that's a function of burst fire in Fallout. Burst fire has always been weird because like Bethesda didn't actually code the shit to exist in the game because they're like, what is burst fire? That's not a real life gun. Anyway, not to harp on Bethesda's case too much. They've already been in the position, but so you have to kind of let it cool down its fire rate so it will continue to burst. Strange. We're going to test obviously both of them out more in detailed combat later. Not that the Shroud is not my particular preference anyway. We're going to go back to the Lachmann side. We're going to compare the attachments you can put on them. Quick little look at the running animations, Call of Duty animations. Like I said, first and third person, all that stuff works. I do like myself a regular Lachmann Shroud. The MP5. It's such a classic fucking gun. I love this gun. Just looks cool. Just looks, has really solid iron sights. I love iron sights. You guys may know that. Now, the thing with Call of Duty guns is always there's some weird attachment issues whenever they bring guns over from Call of Duty. They're like, hey, yo, here's some stuff, right? Like that you could use in Call of Duty, but you can't use in Fallout. We'll see how this goes if we look at attachments here. So we have receivers here, always automatic, which is fine. Obviously, you just want to go powerful. It's got better rate of fire too. It says so anyway. It doesn't actually increase the rate of fire. It says improved damage and rate of fire, but it doesn't. It says improve. They all say improved rate of fire. So to be fair, it's all improved rate of fire. So now there's all these stocks, right? For faster aiming when it really counts. I don't know what that means contextually. No stock would mean you would be able to move faster. I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to see if I feel like I'm moving faster. It does look cool, right? Obviously it looks like there's no stock on the weapon. That is a functionally cosmetic difference. But I wouldn't say that I'm running particularly faster. Now, Call of Duty, absolutely it does. And that's why it's so tough to go over these attachments. Because, I mean, for one thing, that does make you lose like a whole ton of accuracy stat, which is a functional thing you actually get. But I definitely don't feel like I'm running any faster or moving quicker or anything without the stock on there. Like, sometimes you can get some that like affect recoil and then they'll do some stuff. But like, it's just a weird one, right? So, like if it shows on, as you see here, because I got like advanced stats with the pluses and minuses and stuff. Like this long barrel is going to increase range. This short barrel here is going to decrease range. Now, I would never decrease range because you're never getting the advantage that you would normally get in Call of Duty of increased movement speed, faster aim down sight time, faster aim walking speed. You don't get any of that in Fallout. It doesn't work. Like, I've tested it enough. So you just want a long barrel, right? You'd want the longer barrel on there. Now, all these grips, it says, like, for stability and accuracy while aiming down sight. I don't think so. Like, speed and mobility. I'm going to aim down sight faster now, right? No. And there's grips, and I'm sure, hopefully you hold the grips, and they do increase the accuracy set in minor ways. Faster sighting. I mean, we'll see about that. I mean, we combine that too, right? We have a grip that's supposed to be faster. Do I feel like that's faster? In fact, I mean, what we can do here, what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to put this one here real quick, and then I'm going to put the shroud on here. Now we're putting the attachments on the shroud, and they functionally should be pretty similar. I mean, do you notice any difference? Right? Like, this is one that's supposed to have faster ADS attachments and stuff, like faster anything, right? It doesn't really feel faster. Now, I obviously get the benefit of the increased, you know, accuracy stat, just slightly, 1.1 or whatever it is, something like that. It's not like a huge difference, but so you'd really just want the best stats, or whatever cosmetic look you want. So if you got a grip here, right? Do we have? I mean, it seems like all the good grips, because we're losing some accuracy here. There's no vertical grips. All the vertical grips are accuracy 79, and then all the, like, what is this, angled grips have the slightly better accuracy, so you should always put the angle grip on there. The compensators, these are supposed to help with recoil control. Now this is something we can actually kind of test. And then obviously a suppressor. You could just put a suppressor on the regular version, but it didn't look like there was a suppressed barrel. Do we have barrels at all here? We have damage multipliers. That's interesting. 65 damage is a little bit, but it's a .38 rounds. It's shooting small bullets. Like I said, we could put the no stock on there, but it doesn't do anything. It just makes the accuracy stat, or it makes it lighter, I guess. It does count. It does. You lose 4 pounds. That's like half the weight of the weapon is apparently all in the stock of the weapon. I don't know if that actually makes sense, but you can make it lighter, and then all the rest of these stocks are cosmetic differences, but they don't actually help with recoil over the standard stock. So I guess you could sacrifice some accuracy for for lightness. I mean, technically, it should make you move faster, right? I believe Fallout guns function that way. Now, every mag's a little bit heavier. 15 rounds. They're all the same. They say 9x19 parabellum rounds, which is what it normally shoots, but you probably want the 50-round drum mag. We've got the grip on there, I guess. Is that? And we got sights. We should have good Call of Duty sights at least, right? Like, these should all work. We'll put one on there. We'll see what it looks like. Like I said, the stock doesn't really matter too much unless you want to take it off. Like, you can put other ones on there. I'm not saying you can't, like, because it doesn't functionally do anything. You can put like that on there, and then you got like a green looking stock. I mean, that's the thing. It is something. You're gonna see it on your gun, right? And that sight looks nice. That recoil is definitely going up, right? It kind of like shot up to the top of the tree. Big 50-round mag does take a longer time to reload. It's fine. You know, that there should be a cost to having a bigger mag. Let's put a different sight on here while we're here. It's a little bit doing some laggy things. Anyway, let's take. I mean, there's not really any too long range of scopes here. We'll put like the longest one I can find on here, and then we'll put like we got suppressors, lots of different suppressors, different accuracy stat increases or whatever. All compensators do reduce range. This suppressor doesn't reduce range, so that's something, right? Like, you can at least get like just all positive benefits. Gun's a little heavier, but it is just better. Compensator, flash hider. This slightly increased accuracy. Different suppressors. Some of them do reduce range, some of them don't. Lots of compensators. No muzzle brakes. Do they not put muzzle brakes on SMGs? Like, right? Like, is that just a? I just want to put a compensator on it. We're just gonna put a regular compensator on that. We'll see if how I feel about that. And obviously the grip doesn't matter either. We went over that. I guess they look different. I mean, that one's brown, right? This is our like hollow sight. So like, let's see. Oh, the recoil is definitely way better, right? Now it's obviously kicking way more to the right there, but it's not nearly getting up that tree. We have a lot of horizontal recoil to do, which is the worst kind of recoil, mind you, though. So it's not like that's exactly fun to play with. But what if we put like a different compensator on that? Let's see what the recoil is like on that. We put different. We have like only short range optics here. I don't see any long range stuff. Like, we have different, like just an absolute hollow therm. That's interesting. Like, we'll put that on there. But that's not long range sight. That's just, it's a holographic sight. Now, I don't think it's gonna hollow anything, like at all. But it does. That's a pretty clean looking. Well, except for when you move it. It's like very blurry when you move. Anyway, different compensator. It's still very much going straight to the right, and then we have our brown like receiver type mechanism down there. that's there, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, like, hollow therm sight is fine, right? Like, all different kinds of sights. I'm trying to think about Modern Warfare 2. That's kind of an old Call of Duty, but Slimline Pro, Slate Reflector. Slate Reflector's not in, and it's better accuracy stat. You kind of guess you want to maximize it. Technically, the X10 Angel 40 is your highest accuracy stat. Oh no, there's the Lone Wolf here. We'll put that on there, I guess, just to see. A battle optic? What the fuck is even a bat? Anyway, yeah, you could do the stock things, like if you want to do this one because it's black, and then you could you know, change your things. But let's put a suppressor on there. We want to try to put a suppressor on there. I mean, I guess the suppressors do have worse accuracy stats than the thing. We'll put like the 40 round mag on there too, just to see what it's different like. But it's like the 30 round mag, but bigger. It's curved a little bit. All right. The suppressor definitely does kick straight back up. It does kick less than no muzzle did, and you know, obviously it's suppressed. 40 round mag, a little bit slower than the 30, but you know, it looks like you missed. Isn't that crazy? It looks like your character's about to miss putting that magazine in, and they're like, oh fuck yeah, actually, it goes in the slot, and that's what slows it down a little bit. Isn't that crazy? That's the thing, like in Cold War. I don't know if you guys play Call of Duty, but in Cold War, you put like a mag that's supposed to slow it down, and your character's like, I'm gonna tap it on the side, like I'm gonna tap it on the side of the gun and then put it in. It's like, well, just put it in the fucking gun, dog. Like, you could make it fast anyway. Obviously, you probably do want to go suppressed. Like you could get better recoil control, somewhat, I would argue. Like, you know, somewhat better recoil control. 50 is probably the go, but it is heavier, right? If you know, but only by 0.3 pounds. It's not really the thing. And if you're worried about the thing, I mean, if we put no stock on there, do we get worse recoil control? I'm just trying to think about the things. Obviously, we got long barrel on there because it's just the best range. And you can do the damage modifier if you feel like it is. I want to see the no stock actually hurts recoil. Just put a regular dot sight on there. Just to see. Technically worse accuracy stat, but you know, it's there. So we'll see. Here's our slimline. Very much looks like it. Recoiling straight up. This is no control, right? This is getting up there still. Is that worse? Like with the no stock? Because that obviously is make the weapon accuracy worse, right? Like that was the deal. You do cost accuracy, and it does seem to recoil more than with the stock on there. So the stock does something in the context that if you have none, it does recoil worse. But I don't know if it recoils worse in a way that matters too much, right? Like you're losing 4 pounds. That's a lot of weight to cut off the weapon, especially in something like survival mode. Recoil will be a thing, but like. Let's put like a compensator or some kind of thing back on there. The castle compensator, I guess. I don't know. Lock shot? I mean, they just look different. There's a lot of different looking ones. I don't know if they actually... A sandstorm compensator? What the fuck even is that? A razor compensator. Sure. Put the razor compensator on there. I'm going to take the grip back off. I think standard is fine. I just like my gun looking all black. That's the kind of the deal there. I guess what I want to put a... Even though it is worse for accuracy stat, I want to put like a vertical grip on there, the Bruin tilt grip, sure. I just want to see if your character holds it like you're supposed to. It does look like it, right? That at least counts for something too. So yeah, we put that compensator back on. We're going right back up to right. And it is more recoil with the no stock on there. That is, I mean, not like a significant amount. There's you know, weight propositions there. But it definitely, like, look how fucking far right it kicks right away. That's kind of a nuts proposition that compensator makes it just kick straight right. I'd rather actually have it suppressed or like nothing and have it go up because it's so much easier to control that way. That's obviously just, you know, maybe my opinion, but like, you know, it's my video, so I can say what I want. Obviously, you want some kind of angled grip because it has the best accuracy. Right, that's just goes without saying. You could put whatever one of these on there. It's just a color difference at this point, right? That's really it. Longest barrel on there. Automatic powerful is the way to go. That's it. I mean, there's not really some kind of angled grip. Compensator if you wanted to kick right. Suppressor if you want to be sneaky and you wanted to go. The suppressor does have better range too. Sure. And then the big drum mag, it's kind of personal preference. Your sight's preference, right? No stock if you want to be light. And then damage modifier. That's it. That's that gun. So now obviously we have to look at the Shroud. So powerful. Barely increase. See the receiver scaling here? This is crazy. Standard is 57 damage. We lose 7.5 to go up to powerful. From gun nut 2 to gun nut 4. That's crazy. Same kind of sights here, I imagine. I don't see any. I'm looking for something different. That NIDAR was not there, was it? Maybe it was, and I'm just tripping. It must have been there, right? You still 50 round drum mag. Same grips. The barrels are different because they're integrally suppressed regardless, but it's the same kind of concept. You put the long barrel on there because it has the most range. Does it have more range? It does. The Shroud has more range by a good chunk. But this obviously has more fire rate, right? Because, you know, difference. Anyway, let's take a look at some more of the things. You can put grips on there. It doesn't change anything. You could put the, you know, angled grip on there of some variety because it gives you the accuracy stat. No stock if you want to make it light. You do. I mean, 0.2 accuracy on this one. Is it 0.2 accuracy on the other one? Was it? I thought it was a big chunk of accuracy you lost. Yeah, this is 4.2. You gain 4.2 accuracy by putting a regular stock back on here. But if you're on the Shroud, you only gain 0.2 accuracy. It's just more accurate anyway, and that's it, right? What else? What are we missing here? Damage modifiers all there. Mag, muzzle. I mean, I guess you don't get a muzzle attachment on this one. You just get the barrel, right? Like that's kind of it. Then there's no way to make this one full auto or like. Should we put the long barrel on there? It's kind of. I mean, it's plagued by the same issues that all the Call of Duty guns are, right? So this one suppressor, it goes straight up, but I can like very easily just kind of keep this on. You just pull down slightly and it works just fine. Full auto gun. And then obviously we have. I already guess I got it on here, right? The Shroud, the burst. This is a long barrel. This is our NIDAR sight. And if you does some weird burst things, we're gonna test it out in some combat though. But different sights do different things. Still 50 round drum. It's kind of clipping with the Pit Boy a little bit, but obviously if you don't have a Pit Boy, it's not an issue. But like you know, it is the big 50 round drum is gonna get in the way. I do like that this one can have no stock and be really like a light bursty gun. The burst is probably pretty good. I mean, we'll test that out. Even though it's a 50 round drum, 3 round burst. Math isn't mathing. It doesn't like eventually you're gonna get down. What do we get down to? You use 3 round, 3 round, 3 round. Is it? It's not equivalent. You're gonna get down to. Do we shoot a 2 round burst? We do. At least it does. So like that's good math that the gun is doing. But yeah, I mean obviously a lot of these attachments don't do shit. They just don't. Like this grip doesn't do anything. The barrel you can increase range with. The rail, if you want to put like both like all the grips do increase accuracy over nothing. The angled ones are better. You can make a bigger mag. That does work. All these optics seem to be pretty good. They work at least, right? Different strokes for different folks on that. No stock if you want to make it lighter. And on the Shroud, you could pretty much get it for free. It doesn't actually 0.2 accuracy stat is not something you're gonna feel. And you can make the damage modifier. Now, what's the damage look like between the two? The Shroud technically does less damage per bullet. Or no, this is the wrong thing. They're the same damage. The Sub technically has way more DPS, right? But both of them aren't great on DPS. We're going to have to test them out. We're going to have to see how this works in some actual combat. So I will see you guys when I get there. Alright everybody, we're here in my favorite spot to test out weapons because we got ghouls here, we got like raiders over there or something. This is the full auto sub. That's what we're going to start with here. We'll try to do some first and third person stuff. Now there's ghouls here. I believe this gun is technically loud. Oh no, I guess I put the suppressor on there. It's working just fine against ghouls, right? You're spraying and praying. Reload's gonna take a little bit, but nothing too bad, I think. Now there's super mutants up here, generally. There's a suicider right there. Let's see if we can shoot him in VATS. Just because it's fun to do so. It did shoot a 3-round burst in VATS. That's how... I'm interested to see... Like, I got fucking fried, too. I mean, it is functionally doing just fine. Let me it's taking a decent chunk of bullets, but 0.38 is so common. Alright, let's pull the Shroud out. We're definitely sneaking with this one, though. I want to see how this burst does. And, like, that weird fire rate issue I was experiencing. No, but, like, almost one burst in the super mutant. At a decent range, too. Like, this is a good one. They're both functionally good guns, I think. Like, really, they do work well, like, as guns. Like, and you can damage modifier them if you really wanted, if you felt like it was too soft. Obviously, the burst one has a burst action, which is gonna, you know, produce less feeling of a recoil effect, right? Because, like, especially if you keep that burst in check, right? Because sometimes it causes weird stuff. I do like that burst, though, actually. But, like, you could always just have made this one gun. Like, you just make... I get it, like, one's got integrally suppressed barrels, and, like, you just put the integrally suppressed barrels as one of the other attachments, and then you don't put a muzzle on the other one. Like, that's it. That would be the deal. Hello, seagulls. It's a flock of seagulls. I just run. I run so far. Anyway, it's a flock of seagulls. That's a reference. Maybe you guys will get it. Played GTA Vice City back in the day like I did. It's a good gun, though. the MP5, the Lachmann Shroud, or Sub. What a weird name for it anyway. I do like the gun, though. I do like the burst one here is good. The other one, they're both good. They just, you know, offer different things. It's whether you want burst or not. There's a bug there. What does this do in bats? It seems to fire the burst still in bats, which is good, because I've seen some burst guns do weird shit where they, like, start shooting semi-auto in bats, which is weird, because it should be shooting burst, right? It's definitely 3 rounds. And then the blood bug is dead. Fuck blood bugs. Fuck all the bugs. Fucking bugs. I hate bugs, dude. Do you know that? Real life and in the video games. Danger? Danger, Will Robinson? Oh, there's my ghoul neighbors. Let's do some third person here. Smooth. Smooth. All of you get fried. I mean, I think the Shroud is better. Like, it just is. Like, because you get the no stock without the accuracy decrease, so the recoil, and then the recoil is less. The 3-round burst is kind of just right where you, I mean, yeah, just one shot there. There's a little bit of bugginess with it, but it is like functionally the better weapon. Burst is just like a smarter tactical strategy to do. Hello, Raider. Oh, your leg, and then your face. But yeah, it's a cool little set of guns. Now, it's like 200 megabytes for 2 guns that are really should just be 1 gun. And like, you know, like I said, it's the Call of Duty issue of just like certain attachments don't do shit. Like those like pistol grips you put on there don't do anything. The stocks don't do anything besides the no stock. But you know, decent chunk of attachments that do things. Magazine size, the sights you can pick, they do function. There's no long range scopes or anything like that. No short scope. Hello, Raider? Up there? Hello? You guys see me? I mean, it says danger, but I don't really feel like I'm in danger. Oh, you guys figured it out? I mean, decent VATS accuracy, too, to be fair. Let's do a crit just because it's fun. 2 rounds in the dome piece. That's a good way to end the video. But yeah, hopefully you guys, you know, did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating down below. If you do want to check out the Lachmann Sub and Shroud mod, make sure to check out the top link in the description. There'll be a link there to the Bethesda.net page or the Nexus mod page, so you can download this mod for yourselves there. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think. What would you like? What do you like about the weapon? What don't you like about the weapon? All that kind of stuff. If you're new to my channel and you haven't yet already, make sure to subscribe so that we can check out more videos from me. And pretty much other than that, you guys have a good rest of your day, or it's may be, and I will see you in the next episode.